So this is just all of those measurements I've already given you, so we don't have to spend time doing that. If you want a copy of that, I can get that for you. But we'll go on to clue number 1. All right. So you're going to add the DSP that measures 2.5 inches by 4 inches to the bottom of the 4 by 5.25 inch Whisper White cardstock. So when you get done, just give me a little thumbs up on that. Oops, I accidentally clicked on to clue number 3, but that's okay. You all got to put that piece down at the very bottom, hopefully. All right. So you're going to have your colored cardstock, and you should have had a really narrow strip. And that strip is 1.25 inch by 4 inches. You want to put that directly above that DSP that you just put on the Whisper White cardstock. Okay, everybody good for the next one? Okay, here we go. Clue number 4. You're now going to put that piece of white cardstock onto your larger piece of colored cardstock. So you're just going to layer that on there. Good. Now I can see what's going on there too. All right. Ready for the next one? Here we go. Clue number 5. Okay, so you've got 2 pieces of colored cardstock that are different sizes and that you scored. All right, so you're going to do the smaller one first, and you're going to layer your designer series paper onto that colored cardstock, leaving the scored section empty. So it's going to be like a little layer around that. Okay, everybody good? All right, we're moving to the next one. All right, so if you have the tear and tape or the stamp and seal, you're going to want to put that on the flap, on that little strip, on the opposite side that you put the DSP. So you've got your DSP on one side. On the other side, where that flap is, you just want to put your strongest adhesive. And then you're going to adhere that flap around the back of the card and have it wrap around to the front. So it's going to go towards the bottom right of the card, and on the back, you're going to adhere that on the back. So that's going to fold a flap over that. That makes sense to everybody? Promise it's a little weird, but You're going to make a really fun card when we get done. Okay, so I know we've got some people that just came in. Still trying to get everybody in here. And don't worry, I will post the video so that if you missed the first part of it, we're on clue number 6, so we're a little further away. All right. Everybody done with that step so far that started at the beginning? I see a few nods, so I'm going to go on. All right. Now you're going to adhere your designer series paper that's 3 1/4 by 3 1/2 to the other color cardstock that was 3 1/2 inch by 4 and leave that scored section alone, much like we did with the first flap. I see a few confused looks. That's okay. Promise it'll look good. No matter what, it will look good. I did this with a friend and mine looked a little wonky at the end, so I do understand. All right, I'm going to move on to clue number 8. And just like we did on that last flap, you're going to put your strong adhesive on the opposite side from what the DSP was on that little flap. You're going to put this one at the upper left of the card, adhering that flap onto the back side of the card. All right, and I think we're on our final clue. So now you have your card all done basically, except you're going to have to embellish it with stamps, ribbons, sentiments, whatever you want. So I'm going to show you my cards. And let me make sure I've got everyone in here. Now I got to find myself on there. Okay, there I am. I got to make this a spotlight video. So you should be seeing the holiday catalog. And I did 3 samples for you. So this one is my first one. And so you can see I added this little panel on here and my bottom flap that was there, and then my top flap, and then you've got your little thing on the inside. So did anyone's end up looking somewhat like that? Nope. I see a couple of nods. No. Okay. What I'm going to show you on the back of this is you can see how those flaps are there. You've got a couple of options with it like this. You can put another cardstock piece on the back if you want. You could put another full card on the back, or you could just leave it as it is. It doesn't really bother me to see those flaps on there, so I just left it as it was. So this one was with the Country Home stamp set, and then I used that beautiful Gilded Autumn paper with that. So just a fun one and a way that you can really show off those designer series papers. All right, so I'm going to show you Halloween one also. So here's another one. And this one I did the trio of tags. The little spider web is from that trio of tags also. And then the Have a Hoot stamp set, I did that right there. And we've got your little spider. If you did your first make and take, you'll have one of those spiders yourself. And then just, I arranged it so that that spider web held that flap down so that that way it will actually close up. So just a fun way you can add something there and then open it up. I haven't added anything to the middle of that one yet. Probably will do a little happy birthday for someone on that one. And then finally, this was the first one I did, and it's pretty simple, but it's that Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper and the little gnome stamp set, which I think is adorable. And there we go. So those were my 3 samples for you. So I do have a post going up on Facebook. I think it's going to